morning, Nancy. Today I was going to build, I was going to cover some of our spaces with enclosures. And I was going to work down there in the perennial slope. And I did partly cover up the garden bed, the bed in the garden. I covered it with cedar branches. But I thought, as I came up here, I thought, wow, why don't I do this? Like, this is where we walk all the time. How about if this were covered? That thing, it's really getting to me. But anyway, I'm going to ignore it. So I dug some holes here. You see I've got 4 new holes. I took out the dirt. I didn't think you wanted to watch me do that. But who knows, maybe you did. Maybe I was wrong. Okay, so now I really don't know what to do. I could, you see, I'm envisioning from here to here, I could put an arch right here, because this is a pretty little spot right there, and maybe I could put boards on top of my stumps so you could sit on them, or maybe, better yet, I could make hypertufa flat things. That's what I could do, and then you could see wouldn't have all this grass growing out of the top of the stump benches, and they wouldn't get rotten. My kids, somebody jumped on it. Anyway, so I've got 4 holes dug here. Now those 2 holes make a line to here. You see, so altogether those could go that way. Now I kind of want to have something enclosed over where it's branchy in the sides and branched over the top. Now the snow will break it in the winter, so I got to be careful about that. But I don't know if I don't really want to have tall posts and a flat top. I don't like, this is too formal. I kind of like it to be more friendly. So what about putting in shorter posts and using some cross pieces to make it kind of like a fence, and then putting in branches that would just arch up like that, high enough that you'd still have the headroom. And then I could plant grapes in it, or you know, whatever. Okay, so those are my thoughts. So now if I were to use these 2, I could put one in here, and I could put another one in here. Okay, so that would be 2 of them. And then I could use, let's see, now those are pretty long. You see, I also have these. I could put, well, just to give you an idea, I'll put 2 in together so they'll stand up sort of. Now I could put, you see that I want short, because I want to have an archway over here. Maybe this should be the archway from here. And then you would sit or walk through. That's a better idea, isn't it? So then this one could be longer or arched. You see, maybe I could use this one here. That's too tall though. I don't really want it that tall. I kind of like the idea of the side pieces like that. Now, so let's measure them all. See, this would be okay. How about that? And then I could tie things onto it that would go over. Now, is that any bigger than this? You see? Not really. Why don't I just use the straight one? And then I could use this for arching. Well, I don't know that. See, and then on the other side, I have the same. Well, the other side, I thought I'd put 2 holes in and then make straight ones with long logs across, like a fence. And then I would push branches down in between the fence and have them arch over, like cedars, because cedars are all bent. And I could leave all the leaves on. They're not really leaves, the scaly things, on the cedars, and they would arch over, and they would be green and for a little while and give shade, and then they would be brown, then they would fall off. But I could grow the beans up through there, and then they would crawl through. They would fall. Then you could pick them on the inside. That's a good idea, isn't it? Okay, so your take on the situation, please. See, then this part has to be arched over here. So this will be arched that way, and this will also be arched that way. I could actually arch this both ways. And then the whole thing could be arched and then lean up on here. Okay, I'm gonna think about it a little more. Let me know what you think, okay?